Alright. Welcome back to D&D. So, last time, you had tracked the Grey Orcs to a kind of cabin that had been built in the Underdark. Made your way through, checking for traps, occasionally getting exposed to the psychic fog. You were able to eventually find a hidden doorway after inadvertently revealing yourself to the Grey Orcs there. Going down, you found a long ladder that went down deeper into the earth, sending Fiffle that way with a gas mask. You were eventually able to work your way to the lever, turning off the fog. However, the gas mask failed, and Fiffle was exposed, leaving him deaf for the time being. So we leave off there.
There you go.
Jeremy, how art thou?
What?
Yes. I was just recounting that you're deaf currently.
Yeah. Okay.
Gets to yell really loud.
I've been deaf before. So I'm deaf, huh?
For now.
At least for
I might remember that. Sounds like city. Okay. Well, what deafened me again? Refresh my memory.
Psychic fog.
Psychic fog.
Oh, the psychic fog. Yeah, that tracks. Okay.
All right. So, Fiffle, however, was able to pull the levers, shutting off the psychic fog. Or at least-
Saying up and the down and yeah.
Yeah.
So, you all find yourself in a...
I've never done that puzzle in a video game ever.
Yeah, you're in a stone tunnel that had that little like lever system. There is a door in front. It's bars of iron. I realize now that Aurora would have had a hard time getting down the ladder, but I'm sure somebody probably just picked her up and carried her.
Yeah.
Dog backpack.
I guess technically you could put her inside of Hank, and
Do
then
not chew.
brought her down that way if you so desired. She would have come out a little wet.
Wet dog.
I don't want to know how a Fey wild wolf would smell once it's wet, but either way.
She's a magical spirit dog. Maybe she doesn't smell like anything.
Smells like an episode of Wishbone.
That dog taught me to read. All right. All right. So yes, there is a door there. It is locked. Iron bars prevent access. However, the spaces in between are wide enough that you could fit like an arm through, but not your body.
Look for hazards before we stick arms through bars.
Okay. Give me a perception check or investigation roll.
We'll investigate. Can I get assistance? You're roboting again, Ed.
Oh my god. What about now?
You're fine.
A little better.
That's
Person
weird.
assisting needs proficiency in the skill. Is that how that works? I would assume.
Yeah, I can help him. I have proficiency.
Nice.
Okay. Looking around, checking for anything additional, it doesn't look like this is trapped. Looks like this was probably designed more of like a checkpoint and would expect a decent amount of foot traffic.
I guess we gotta try to open up the old-fashioned lockpicky way.
Hey, I know how to pick locks. Did you
Graham
find a
will,
lock there, Graham?
Gesture and pantomime.
Yeah, roll for performance to just do like charades.
I will roll for performance too. What the hell?
Fiffle, you think that Graham is trying to be a duck,
Okay.
but
Piffle points and laughs at Graham.
But Otto, on the other hand, is able to pantomime the fact that the door is locked, and he would like you to open it up, utilizing your lock-picking tools.
Oh. Okay. Oops, that was a
Random
Random click.
Glocks.
random click on my character sheet. Actually, I don't know if this is a thing I should get checked out. I like after due to I assume 30 plus years of using a computer mouse. Oftentimes when I'm mousing around, my index finger will just click, which is kind of a problem in my job. I have to like watch my hand and where my mouse cursor is.
It could be troublesome.
Anyway,
Your short bow does not damage the
aging
gate.
is awesome. Where's my? Here it is. That's the button. That's the button.
Okay. You are able to take a few minutes. You can't listen to the sound of like the locks going. You have to go by feel alone, but you are able to eventually pop open the lock, and the door.
Piffle puts his ear to the wall, and you're like, "The fuck is he doing?" I thought he couldn't hear anything. Feeling the vibes though.
I'm just like, I'm gonna let the professional work and not question it.
But the door opens up. And you are free to progress.
Okay, continuing to look for hazards and traps.
Insert hypervigilance mode.
Yep.
Okay. Give me an investigation and perception check as you walk down. Okay, Graham. Yep, checking around. You now know what to look for. You're looking for tripwires, pressure plates, anything that could set off a trap, but you're not really finding anything. You're being as thorough as you're able to, and it's just not seeming like there's anything here that can cause any trouble for you. The tunnel you're walking down eventually does break off and open up into what looks like a kind of a barracks almost. You do see there are alcoves where beds are set up. You see some furniture, very basic wooden tables, chairs. You see a number of, well, actually, it looks like a set of playing cards that have just been like left on the table. You also find in the back area it's a number of basically like cuffs, kind of like hooked to the wall, but there is no one within this section.
Let's look around for little like hiding spots. Does the place look freshly used?
See, like some furniture had been moved around. Not sure how long ago it had been moved. See the couple of hands of playing cards on the table.
Are they covered in dust or anything, or are they like?
No.
Okay.
You see a number of like the beds covers have been thrown open. Few of the beds though have, in fact, the majority of the beds are tucked in nice and tight and clean. You could bounce a quarter off of them.
We never did get our long rest, but on the other hand, I don't know if we want to rest here.
You had gotten a long rest.
We did.
What is up with my spells then?
Maybe you didn't take the input for long rest.
Maybe. Okay, no, I see. All right, I'm good.
Yeah, you'd used a number of the lesser restoration in order to.
Yeah, I'm out of second level spells, and I've used 1 3rd level spell on the Dispel Curse for Sathara.
Yep.
Okay.
You're constantly in need of long rest.
Graham is just perpetually tired. Can't imagine why.
Okay, so. Oh, we take a look around here?
Yep, give me another investigation roll to look
I
for
will
hidey,
assist you.
hidey holes. Okay. Looking around, you don't really see anything that indicates a false wall or would be some hidden room, trapdoor, anything like that. You find another door at the back that is a kind of heavy wooden door with metal bands across it. This one's also locked. It looks thick, sturdy. Don't see any dust on it. Just looks, and really, this is mostly like kind of a straight shot down this hallway with just the barracks along the sides of it.
I guess check that door out, check it for
Sure.
traps, and then throw Fiffle at it.
Okay. Give me an investigation for trap checking.
I will assist you.
23.
No, Graham, you're pretty sure this is trap free.
Okay. I will once again point at the door and apparently come off as pretending to be a doctor.
I imagine Fiffle would probably understand that you pointing
Yeah.
at a door indicates that you would like it opened.
Oh.
I'll do the same performance as before.
Yeah, Fiffle. Graham points to the door in a very duck-like fashion. And
Yeah, Piffle starts to wonder about Graham and unlocks the door.
the door opens up. Now that you're getting used to opening a door while deaf, you are a bit better at it, so you're able to pop the door open. And the door just swings open. I don't see anybody on the other side. It just opens up into another stone hallway.
I feel like Tiffle opening doors up while deaf is just gonna make him a better door opener.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Put it on your resume.
Investigate this hallway, I guess. Make sure we're not walking toward deaf.
Okay.
Use this thing.
Yep. You go ahead and do an investigation roll. All right. Looking through the hallway, we don't see any traps. The hallway itself kind of curves after a point, and while looking around and not seeing anything, you do see at the very end, it looks like, strangely, a black sheet going across the entrance to the tunnel, or the exit, I guess in this case. Looks to be a small cut in the middle of it, but the sheet is kind of holding together. Looks like it's actually like heavier and not really meant to be. It's not a barrier, but it's not meant to be like free to open.
Maybe trying to keep the psychic gas out.
In case of a door, we have a sheet.
Mm-hmm.
A sheet, you say?
A sheet. Yep. They just cut a hole in a towel and just put it there, I guess.
It's like a thick sheet.
Like a curtain?
It's not like a sheet for making your bed. It is a lot.
A dividing curtain for a room?
Yeah, like that. There's like a slit in the middle. However, the sheet itself kind of like sticks back together. But you can clearly see that there is a cut in the center, and you could probably push through it.
Okay.
How easily does it push? I guess I could push it with my halberd just to make sure there's nothing gonna like fly out.
Oh,
If it looks big,
Easily.
right, I will push it open with my halberd.
Okay.
Just kind of gently part the
Arm's
curtain
length
and
it.
peek through.
Yeah.
Just so that if there is like a blast of gas through it, it doesn't hit you.
As you press the curtain open, peek through, you see something you actually haven't seen in a very long time: bright sunlight.
Oh shit.
You what now?
Is it does it seem like it's real sunlight or does it seem like it might be artificial light?
Give me a Arcana roll.
Crap.
I will assist you.
Biffle's assumption is that it is artificial sunlight of some kind.
Graham, you're far enough down that you would know this would have to be artificial. You can't quite see the source of it, but you know there are ways to create, if not sunlight, at least a facsimile of it.
Okay. Well,
You
let's
also
get our vitamin D.
Those crazy ass people.
stepping through the curtain into here, you see a kind of cobblestone road laid out in front. There is grass along both sides. You can see trees now that you've poked your head through more. Just kind of on either side. Looks like very similar to the surface world, what you've seen before.
Would Graham recognize illusions versus just like somebody casting a light spell, for example?
Graham would know about illusions. He can attempt to see if these are illusions using perception or investigation or arcana.
I'll try investigation.
Look at him go.
Graham, these are illusions. You place your hand on them. They are solid. They have the texture of trees, although looking it over, you realize this tree isn't real. It's not a real living tree. It looks more like a statue that has been made up to look like a tree. The grass itself is also not typical grass. It looks more like it was created and laid down in like a carpet.
We found the tomb of the Lich Jimmy Buffett.
Aw.
Found Margaritaville. Okay.
But the
And
cobblestone.
we'll continue looking around as we go through.
Okay. Up this cobblestone road leads about 50 feet further in, and the kind of trees thin out, the trees, and you find yourself looking at a village. The village appears to be very similar to ones you've passed through before on the surface, but this is a nice warm spring day versus the kind of snow-covered villages you've seen previously. Looking up, you can see the ceiling of the cavern painted blue, with a little orb suspended from the top that is projecting this bright light. And now
This is very cool, but I've been adventuring for a long time, and
we're gonna go here. So you're just gonna go
something
to the
terrible's gonna happen. I know it.
upper
I'm just.
left-hand
These people are
corner.
gonna want to eat us, enslave us, then eat us.
Eat us, then enslave us.
Really,
Does,
something's gonna happen.
All options are on the table.
Yeah, pretty
does
much.
anything seem like the source of this illusion here?
Make an Arcana check.
What's my okay? I'm on.
Insectoids. This is an XCOM campaign now.
This is not a illusion. It is basically it is. You've seen like ways to create bright light through magic, and there are ways to make it more permanent. And it looks like this has been basically a large orb that has been permanently enchanted, or at least semi-permanently, to create a kind of sunlight.
Cool orb.
Orb. How lived in does this place look?
Well, you're gonna have to investigate.
Well, Graham will investigate.
I will assist him.
I mean, you'll
Are
literally have to
there
move
any
your.
munchkins around?
You'll have to move your character around, and I will reveal the map as you.
There's gonna be
Correct.
fucking munchkins, aren't there? I know it.
As you
Literally 8 dragons show up.
go down the.
Hungry.
Well, not 8. Looking around, you do see a number of houses. They are just kind of. You see a couple up on like little hills. The majority of them are down below on your level. If you were to take a look, you do see like house here, a larger one here, and one directly in front here.
And they're below us?
The one located to here and here are up a small hill, but the one directly in front here is on the same level as you, so you could just walk forward with very little. This ground here is actually incredibly flat.
Okay.
Do we check out one of the
Underdark.
houses?
Graham is going to see if the houses look well kept and lived in.
Okay, which one are you
And
investigating?
are they lived in by Munchkins or Oompa Loompas? Which one?
These houses are the same size as you perfectly, like, based on the door alone, it would accept a medium creature without issue.
Piffle frowned.
I'm not seeing anything like unlocked over here, like as I move, or do I need to go further south?
If you go down that pathway, you can see. Let me actually reveal some stuff for you.
Yeah, I figured I could see like the east and.
You see another hill, and a small little, what looks like a graveyard.
Okay. Graham is going to start moving in that direction, trying to sense spiritual spookiness.
Give me a religion check.
I will give you a religion.
I'll give you guidance.
Ah, thanks.
Okay, slap that. 12. You're not really feeling any spiritual spookiness. In fact, you're not feeling anything at all from this graveyard.
This place might be empty.
You tend to notice that the graveyard also doesn't really have enough graves for this, like, village.
This is a movie set.
Yeah, we're in the Truman Show.
Do I get a sense that we're maybe being watched?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, you do sort of feel like you're being watched, kind of like an ever-present feeling of like somebody looking over your shoulder.
Love that feeling. But and you wanted to check for the houses to look lived in. Which one are you checking?
Check with the one nearest to us first. That's on our level, I guess.
This one right here.
I assume so.
That area is still.
It's dark just because like I can't like reveal the house itself because it has like interiors.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You can't do the border until we go into the house. I get it.
Yeah, I can like give you this border right here.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check or investigation on the house.
I will investigate.
I will assist.
Okay. Thanks. 23 is apparently my investigation roll.
You're doing good with those. The house is not really worn. It doesn't look like Gesundheit. The house hasn't been open to any weather. There's no wind, rain damage. You see no vines growing along it, although that makes sense with the fake grass you're kind of walking on. The house doesn't really seem like it's suffered any damage from just wear and tear. You do notice, however, that the door is newer than the other structure of the house. You can see that the door has been recently replaced and has been freshly painted. And you do actually notice along the windowsills a couple of pockmarks that you would probably expect to see from arrows or javelins or something. But it looks like some measure of carpentry was done to fill those in.
Okay. Do the locks on the new door happen to be on the outside to lock somebody into it?
Nope. They appear to be like a standard house door. Notice the lock isn't actually latched.
Okay. Graham will point all of those findings out. My guess had been maybe they are rebuilding this place to store all the slaves they're planning to buy for the Shaper, but they might also just be kind of using it as a barracks, or it might be some other weird.
This is really nice for a slave quarters or barracks.
It's true, but if it was already mostly here, then it could just be repurposed.
Okay.
Maybe the Shaper knows that they need simulated sunlight to not go insane and kill
So-
themselves in 6 months.
I'm too far away.
Are you planning to go into the house?
I suppose we should, yeah, once we finish a rough reconnoiter of the outside areas.
Yeah, I don't mind going around. Take a look around the house.
Graham will keep an eye on the windows as well in case somebody's looking back at them.
Most of the windows have been shut and are unopened. You're not able to really see through them.
Is this another door?
Yep, that is a door right down there.
Okay.
There's a door on the north and the south side.
Okay. Then theater doesn't go do the loop around the house. I'll let him know about it. And if he's gonna go in, I guess I can watch the door and just tell him to make sure the other door is locked from the inside, so he doesn't get ambushed by someone.
Okay. Well, which door are you going in first?
I feel like we should. This one.
Yeah.
That is a window.
This window. Where's the other door? Oh, over here.
This one?
Yep, right there.
All right, Graham will get
Look, I
ready
see
to
little
go back.
shutters on both of them.
Yeah,
One
it's a
more,
little weird that way, but
One
Yeah,
more
I'll-
investigation for hazards on the door.
I'm assuming this is the door.
it's okay. In the map, it is the only door. I'm just saying that there is a north and a south door, just to make things
Okay.
a little easier for everyone.
I'm just pointing out that there's a south door and he can
Yeah.
barricade it before he goes ruffling through the house. And I'll watch the north door so he doesn't get walked in on from behind.
Okay. Graham, you're going into the north door?
Investigating it first.
Okay.
23.
Oh, I feel
Really
I
is
saw
the
it.
number.
I was gonna say I'll help, but yeah, I just saw the 23.
The door is unlocked, well oiled. Like it swings open with no sound at all. Doesn't scrape against the ground. Seems like the room is relatively clear from what you can see. And let me just do there. Entering in, you see a small kind of little pantry or maybe part of a kitchen. There is a kind of there's just a little like table with some food that has been placed onto it. Although the food is, as you look it over, not real. Looks to be just a depending on the foods. Like you do see some lettuce that looks like it's actually just some sheets, some linen that has been dyed green and stitched up to look like lettuce. Some of the other food is just fake, made out of stone or some other, maybe whittled from wood and dyed to look that color. But there is a door directly to your be the southwest, right here.
This place is spooky AF.
Yeah, it's
Real weird.
weird.
Piffle's extra freaked out by the fake food. It's not cool. You don't do that.
Not natural.
Look, think on the bright side. If Rami was here on Kaido, he'd probably want to eat the food.
It is delicious.
Very much kind of like this food's got a lot of like toothiness to it.
That's a rock. That wasn't even one of the prop foods. It's just a rock.
So you're all kind of gathering in this little entryway.
I'm just gonna guard the door that we came in this way, and nobody tries to sneak up on you guys.
I'm going to continue noited scanning of everything as we advance.
Okay. You head into the next room.
Check the door first, but yeah.
Okay. Give me another investigation.
Meh. As soon as it loads.
The door looks perfectly normal. Just no lock on it. Just a small barrier blocking off this kind of kitchen pantry area to the next room.
Don't hear anything.
Make a perception check.
Oh, oh.
You think maybe, but you're not really sure. This door is a little thicker, and it's difficult to get a good idea of if you do or do not hear anything through it, and if you do, you're not sure what it could be.
Can I try as well?
Yeah.
Please do.
You have the rabbit ears. The rabbit ears not picking up anything.
They don't work.
I think there's something in there. So, shield up and ready. Graham will.
Is this the southwest room?
Which one?
Yeah.
No, which room? Because I didn't see anything. This
Oh,
one
yeah,
right
yeah, yeah. The self.
The
Yep.
store.
Yep.
I will also, I guess, take a look. Perception.
Okay. You do hear something kind of shuffling around in the other room.
Can I tell if it's alive or if it's
You're not sure.
dead?
You can't tell. Not from that sound alone.
How heavy does it sound?
Difficult to tell.
Is it trying to be quiet? Did I tell that, or
It's difficult to tell.
Should we knock on the door?
You know, I was thinking that. Yeah, Graham is gonna knock on the door. Fuck it.
Graham knocks on the door. 3 sharp raps.
Yep.
Okay. The door immediately has something slam against it from the other side. And you start seeing like the little like latch, not like lock or anything, but like one of the things that they could just use to like pop it open. It starts to rattle.
Okay.
See a green ooze kind of forming on the door, and it's beginning to disintegrate and melt.
Good.
Let's back up.
I'm just gonna come outside.
Do you want me to Eldritch Blast that door?
No, I would back up.
All right. Check behind you, by the way, just to make sure.
Is this going to be an entire village of mimics? Is that what this is?
Ironically, I just went into one in Baldur's Gate 3 not long ago.
You'll have to find out.
Yeah, Graham is going to exfil the house, shield up and ready, and weapon at the go.
Okay. If you want to check to see if there's anyone behind you or around you, give me a perception check.
Might as well. It seems like a thing to do. God damn it. Thank you, Fern.
Fern scans around. She does not see anybody near you in this immediate area.
Hypervigilance has rubbed off on Fern.
Yeah, so basically within like this area you're standing, she gives a nice good 360 degree look around. No one's around.
What's the door look like right now?
The door is melting rather rapidly.
Is it just only the door? Is this thing not hitting the floor at all in any capacity?
Not from what you can see.
It's just relegated to the door. Okay.
But the door doesn't take too long before eventually a creature comes through. This creature looks humanoid, but you can see that it is covered in these massive boils along its back. It is hunched over. It's thin. It's wearing very ragged clothing. And dripping from its mouth is this kind of green liquid that, like, as it hits the ground, you can see it kind of like beginning to burn and disintegrate through. You can see the telltale signs of stitching and surgical work done on it, as well as a number of metal plates that have been kind of riveted along the creature's body. Some tubes, glass structures jutting from its body. And it kind of gives a look to you. And it just kind of... And it spits a kind of acid, just a wave from its mouth.
Ah! Those aren't words. This
It's acid.
So this is where the Shaper keeps his experiments.
So I'm just gonna say, if Matt and I still worked in Southington, I would just look at him and say it's Carl. I mean, look at that picture.
Well,
Anyway, I'm just going to need
Yeah, I'm gonna back up.
a.
wee bit of the Ultra Initiative.
There we go. Well, first things first, give me a deck save.
Oh no.
Everyone?
Everyone who is within it.
Nice.
I haven't been moving my guy. I was with everyone else, so.
Okay, yeah, give me a deck save, please. All right. So would that be? I think that'd be Fern and Fiffle as well then. All right.
So Fern got a.
I'll just roll 3, why not?
Well, I guess Fern had also stepped out to give like a look around to make sure nobody was gonna like ambush him. Okay.
I think I'm technically like maybe my foot might be in it. I don't know.
Well,
Is Aurora out of it or in it?
I imagine Aurora's by your side, and if you're like away from it.
Okay.
All right. So, Graham and Otto are able to avoid the worst of it, taking only 6 points of acid damage. However, Fiffle unfortunately gets the full brunt of it and begins kind of like feeling this harsh sting on his flesh as he takes 13 points of acid damage.
Ah, I'm melting, yells Piffle.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast that thing twice because of.
Okay, give me the Eldritch Blast against it.
I think it's still 2, right? Yeah, it should still be 2.
All right, the first blast goes through, no problem. Give me a damage roll on that 19. 8 force damage. Let me just get the old thing, just make sure I'm getting the numbers correct, Amundo. All right.
I'm just gonna say that's a monster. Gotta execute it.
Your first blast strikes it square in the chest, and you can feel like, and you can see the kind of like sternum cave in a little bit. The second blast strikes the creature, and it just seems to bounce off the like the thick skin of this monster. But yes, you can. Everyone will be able to now utilize their turn against the creature, and then we'll go and do initiative.
All right.
I did my thing.
Yeah.
I guess I'll shoot it.
Okay. Okay. Yep. The arrow pierces right into the creature, sinking deep into its flesh. The creature does not appear to notice this. The second arrow bounces off of the thick hide of the creature.
I am gonna not sapping sting, Toll the Dead. So it needs to give me a wisdom save.
Alrighty, buddy.
He's exceptionally wisdomatic. I hope not, but
can I do it this way? The creature is able to avoid the Toll the Dead. The bell, you ring at it, you can see the necrotic energies beginning to go towards the creature. The creature does not seem to be affected by it at this time.
Right.
I'm going to stab it.
All right. Go ahead and stab it. Fiffle, your short sword, you feel a resistance from the hide, but if you do kind of get like your hand on the back of the sword and you slide it in, go ahead and roll damage.
That's for puking on me.
All right. The creature does not appear to really pay much mind to this. Okay. Well, anyway, go ahead and click on your character and we'll go into initiative.
The rest of that turn to back away from the creature.
Okay.
And bonus action hide.
All right.
As the rogue does.
My.
What the hell's my
And
buttons?
mine was +3. Okay, thanks.
Nice.
Well, I don't think you have to worry too much about that one.
And then one of these is rare.
All right. Ooh, no, I wanted to do it descending. There we are. Fern, you're up first. You've just seen this creature tank a rather decent amount of damage.
I will go ahead and I will shoot at it again.
All right, go ahead. The arrow strikes true, sinking into this creature's flesh.
No more.
All right. The creature doesn't really seem to notice or care about the damage it's taking, but you do see that the constant striking on its body is taking an effect, and the creature's beginning to bleed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does it have some kind of blood or other goo inside, and is it coming out?
The bulbous sacs on its back are beginning to deflate.
Sid.
But the creature is...
I'm just going to move farther away.
neutral to the actual damage it's suffering.
And Aurora will... I don't want her to go inside to bite him. She'll just wait, like, right there.
Okay.
Right there.
All right. Graham, you're up.
All right. Yeah, I don't think I want to be in hugging range of this thing.
No.
Let's see.
Everyone needs a hug, Graham.
Some people are a little toxic. I also need to conserve spell slots. I'm sure this isn't going to be the worst thing we see today. I'm going to try another Toll the Dead.
Okay.
So
I will have it make another wisdom save then. What's the spell save DC?
15.
I can't remember.
It made it.
Yeah, that's right. It goes to Defender in the case of spell saves.
15, 25. So Graham is just gonna kind of break around one side of the house, so it has to chase one way or the other to spew acid at us.
Okay.
And I guess that's my turn.
Otto, you're up.
I'm gonna move over here, and I'm gonna blast it twice with Eldritch Blast.
Let me just make sure you can actually see it.
Yeah, let me see. I have like maybe right.
Not from where you currently are. Yeah, from there you'd be able to see it, no problem. All right, give me the Eldritch Blast against the creature. The first one strikes against the hide, doing no damage, but the second one strikes true to the head. And with that, your Eldritch Blast actually is able to not destroy or decapitate the creature, but you definitely see like the strike and it cleave through a portion of the skull, and the thing, it just kind of seizes up and falls over, just landing on its stomach.
Gross.
So, based on this monstrosity, I think this place has something to do with the Shaper.
It seems like.
But what?
Can we take a look at it? Like, what the heck this thing was patched out?
If you'd like to, you can look over the creature.
Yes, I would like.
Yeah, from a distance first.
Yeah, careful of that poison.
Okay. Looking at it from a distance, give me a perception check.
All right.
I can help, or we can each do our own, or whatever.
Probably each our own with perception. Yeah.
Difficult, really, to get an idea of this creature's nature just from the distance you're standing back from it. If you were to approach it and give it a more in-depth look, you could probably get a lot more information, however.
I will do that, but before I do that, can I use Pantrocast of Mage Hand and like give it a couple of pokes and presses to see if like the the toxic sacs are going to explode and rupture, or if it's going to get
Yes.
back up. Or
Yeah.
And I will help you because I have mage hand also.
Okay. As
hey, kids, want to see a dead body?
as Otto and Graham begin to like poke and prod this creature from a distance with their mage hand, you just see these kind of spectral. Actually, I don't think you can see Graham's hand, can you?
You might see ghost hands.
Yeah, you just see like a kind of transparent blue hand and just like a spectral hand, and they both poke and prod, touching the creature. Some pokes harder than others, poking the sacks. The sacks are kind of just like collapsing in on themselves. They aren't filling up. You don't see any pressure. You don't see any concern about them exploding. The acid really looks like it is also beginning to neutralize now that this creature is no longer living.
Okay.
What about the acid that he shot at us? I'm sure it's on the floor. Or is it just gone?
It has begun. The acid that had splashed on the floor from its initial burst has begun to dissolve through the cobblestone. Doesn't really seem to be affected that much. The actual fake grass, however, is being melted, and you can see it has melted, the acid melting through to a solid stone floor underneath before, after, really didn't take too long for it to actually stop being acidic and become inert.
Okay. So Graham is going to make sure everybody else is well back, and then advance to investigate the creature's body.
All right.
Okay.
Graham, you can give me an investigation roll, or you can give me a medicine roll to get a good idea.
Him.
All right.
Okay. 22 then.
Okay. Yes, Graham, looking over this creature's body, you can see that the initial overview of the investigation, your quick once over, was much less than you expect. Like, because the number of surgical scars on this creature are vastly more than you had initially expected and seen. Especially on the back, you can see that there are a number of small metal pieces that have been implanted in the creature's body. You can see the telltale sign of surgical stitching, as well as magical effects that have blended this creature together. You notice along the neck of the creature is a iron collar.
Is it one of the Mesograth slave collars?
It is of similar style, but it does not appear to be specifically Mythographs.
Okay.
But it definitely is locked. You can see scarring on the neck from the creature from where this collar was, or currently is.
Yeah, I reckon this is one of the Shaper's experiments.
But why this place?
Got to put him somewhere, I guess.
We have to. If we knew the origin of this place and the Shaper didn't create it, it would make, I assume, more sense.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, because like we know this was a fancy druid area, and it seems like druids might have like an above ground, like hamlet thingy.
Yeah,
Or they're
okay.
more
Druids
likely to
make
have
some
one.
kind of sense.
And you said you saw arrows and
Yeah, there
arrow
were
marks and stuff, so maybe whoever
probably people lived here and then got pulled out by
ambushed it.
Shaper's goons and repurposed.
Give me a perception check, please.
Oh,
Do
sick.
a perception check.
You hear,
Is this all like an observation area?
you hear
Like,
some marching coming from the south.
getting closer or further?
Closer.
All right.
The hell is that?
Let's find a good like either rise or that channel or something we can hide ourselves in.
The closest rise to you that you suspect would be maybe a good spot would be the graveyard.
Okay. Graham will go up to the graveyard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Graham, you approach the graveyard. You can see the gravestones. They don't actually have any markings on them. They simply look like the shape of gravestones that have been just put in the ground. You don't notice anything that would indicate like actual burial, like the ground had been dug up and then reburied. It looks just as flat as the rest of the ground, with the exception that it actually goes up a kind of 30-degree angle. Give me a stealth roll, everyone. We're going to do a group stealth roll if you wish to stay hidden.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, that's not terrible.
All right. As you make your way up to this graveyard and kind of duck down and hide behind the fence of this area, looking down, you can see 3 more of these creatures that you had fought previously, followed by 2 gray orcs. They approach the house just south of where you are, and you see as they approach, the orcs give a sharp order, and the mutated creatures rush forward, spitting acid onto the door and quickly breaking through it and rushing into the house. One of the orcs has what looks like a small pocket watch, and once the creatures leave the house, the one orc with the pocket watch says to the other orc something in their language, and he marks some marks down on a small little journal he has.
They're doing testing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're watching this, and could one of us, anybody was counting also?
The time, it took about a minute.
To take down the door?
Oh no, to rush through the house and then leave it. The door itself went down after only a few seconds.
Okay. Did that, based off of what we just, the one we fought, did that one seem more dangerous than the one we fought?
So give or take. I mean, the one you fought utilized was just by itself. These 3 worked in tandem to take down the door, spitting the acid on it all in one go.
We might want to ambush these guys for their breathers. They might have those.
Do they look like they have breathers?
You can't tell from this distance.
And Fiffle is still deaf, so we can't really communicate to him to go scope him out.
When do I become undeaf?
You're not sure.
I'm guessing it was rolled hours, and it was a lot of them.
Graham were to use a lesser restoration spell, you know the lesser restoration spell could probably cure the effects of it.
Unfortunately, I am out of 2nd level spell slots.
Yeah.
It's fine. I've been deef before. Or have I? I don't know. I feel like I'll deal with it.
I guess otherwise we can just keep tabs on them, see if they notice other stuff from our being here, see if they don't, and if they go back a certain way. Just pay attention to what they're doing and where they came from and all that.
They came from the eastern side of the village.
Okay.
Okay.
Do
Eating with headphones doesn't work.
You do see another gray orc run up to the group. And just checking something quickly. Yeah, they begin to just kind of... Yeah. They begin talking amongst themselves. Does anybody speak orc?
Nope.
No.
You do not understand what they are saying. The 2 orcs look to the 3 creatures they had commanded, and they give like a command, and the creatures begin to kind of move away, methodically walking down the street, kind of halting steps as they begin looking around and sniffing the air.
Ah, they're looking for us.
Yep.
All right, do we want to see if we can wait for them to be in a good position to ambush them to try to thin their numbers before they all come down on us at once.
Sounds like it.
Seems like it might be a good idea.
Keep in mind that there might be stuff in that house that'll also come out to help them.
That's true, but they also might be the ones they can't control, and that's why they're being kept here.
Yeah, this is also true.
All right, you can see them here on the street as they are making their way down the road. One of them does see the house here and begins kind of sniffing the air around it and listening in, tilting its head back, giving you the almost strangely like a dog when you talk to it, and it begins making its way to the door, followed by the others, and then all three disappear inside the house.
Where are the orcs while they're inside the house? Because the orcs might be the real prize.
The orcs, the one that talked to the other two has run back. These two are kind of standing in the center. They have drawn their swords and are kind of keeping a look around themselves.
Graham's gonna point to Fiffle and Fern and kind of suggest with hand signs they sneak around to flank them, and then point to Otto and point up at the ridge of the graveyard, because I think you have a long-range snipe with your Eldritch Blasts.
Yeah.
So we can use you to draw them in to attack you, and then if they try to run, then we can catch them out with the stealth guys. And Graham will be...
And that's for the orcs?
Yeah, like head towards the orcs while the monsters or the aberrations are checking out the inside of that house, so we can get them while they're split up. Because the orcs could send warning ahead if they have magic for that, or they could just run off if we can't catch them.
Yeah.
And they're also the smart ones. The other ones are just, weird acid zombies that aren't zombies.
I love that acid zombies.
Let me look at my own spells real quick while I figure out.
Don't lick the brown acid zombies.
I don't recommend it. You will shit yourself to death. Oops, I did not mean to do that. If I did that, I did that.
Graham has guiding bolted in his mind alone. Graham's having like a little shower argument. He's like, I can just guiding bolt these bastards right now.
Graham will go up into the graveyard ridge with Otto to kind of find a good vantage point to snipe from. See if we can get a view of them using the top down of the ridge.
Okay.
We should sneak around this way or this way? Like this way.
I would sneak whichever way gives you more cover. I would say away from the zombies so they don't flank you if they come back out of the house. So maybe around the other side.
Like this through here?
Yeah.
Alright.
That's what I am thinking.
Okay. I'll point that way to Piffle and then start walking that way. Go around this way.
I'll move my guy as soon as I don't have a handful of hamburger.
Delicious, delicious hamburger.
Hamburger is good. And actually, as you progress on that way, I will give you more. You can see that enough. Okay, from where you're standing, you can see the house here. It kind of has this is like a little kind of standing wooden, not trellises per se, but just something that you could kind of just freestanding wooden, well, not freestanding, but it has little wooden pillars that go up, and there's kind of wooden beams stretched around. The pillars are keeping the beams up. Looks like it could be used to hang up animals or meat or herbs to dry, or just to support something. It looks like a little kind of manufacturing area as well. You do see maybe it's a blacksmith area. If you got closer, you could probably give it a better look, but that's all you can see from where you currently are.
Okay.
you guys are in position, I would say me and Otto can start sniping them. So they'll start sending, either reacting to us, or, well, basically, like, they might start advancing to either get away or to try to get up to you guys, or get up to us, and when they go past, you can catch them in a flank.
And I will move Fiffle here.
You can do your assassinating stuff.
Yep.
Okay. As you're approaching them, getting closer, I will require you to make a stealth roll now, again, in order to, as you are not just hiding, but actually literally approaching them.
Oh, God. Well, we
I
do have the
guess
halfling.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay.
That's better.
And then Fiffle will need to make a stealth roll as well.
All right, what's going on here? We are. Graham's hanging around a graveyard.
Yep, we're going to be the men on the grassy knoll that'll draw their attention by shooting. You just are going to sneak and let them.
They're in the house here.
They're
The
they're
zombies
in front,
are
over here.
in the house checking out the one that we
The
opened
zombies
up.
are in the west house. The
orcs are down
south.
in the center with their weapons drawn, and you're approaching them.
This center.
Nope.
No,
they're
they're
down
down.
south center.
Right here.
Oh, down there. Yep. Those
Yep.
guys, okay. Okay. So, all right, cool. Sneaking up along the flank. You are needing what? A stealth roll from me?
Yes, please. Okay. You both believe you are approaching quietly, stealthily. They do not appear to be looking in your direction. You have a clear line of fire where, well, Fern has a clear line of fire where she currently is. Actually, not quite. She'd have to move a little bit over.
We're approaching these guys for the purpose of murdering. Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
But,
gonna wait for Graham and Otto to hit.
I think we're going
attack
to open
them.
fire first if we've
And
got.
then we can move and hit them once that happens.
Yeah, like, we're going to open it up so they're focused on us, so they'll put themselves vulnerable to you guys when they're moving to deal with us, is the hope. So with that done, I suggest maybe Otto and I open up with the spell attacks.
Yeah, which one do you want?
I would suggest, well, whatever's got the range for it. Graham actually has to be a little bit closer to get within 120 feet.
Yeah, what's the range of the Eldritch Blast?
120, I believe. Let me open my.
One
thing.
orc is within that range, at the maximum range of it. The other one is just outside.
Yeah, I think Graham can just. I might have to actually go over the fence a little bit, unless.
Yep, Graham would have to step over the fence in order to actually.
Yeah, before. Let me check from some of the nearby spots. No, okay. So yeah, Graham will.
Let me look this up because for some reason I can't find it. I thought I had it there, but I guess. Oh wait, I forgot. There's a over here.
Graham stepping over.
I will in just a sec. Damn, how are you? Is that like the one spot with 120?
Actually, let me just double check.
Yeah, I think we might have to be over the fence.
Yep. Both Graham and Otto actually would need to step over the fence in order
I've
to.
got the range if I come out from over this way. Yes. So Graham is going to come out over here, not all the way to the cliff edge, but just enough to be in good range, and I'm going to use a guiding bolt.
Okay.
Now I will actually cast guiding bolt. Watch me not roll a good hit roll now.
Where is it? Where the hell is this damn? I haven't used it in forever.
Okay.
And then the second one?
That
was.
I'm sorry?
Wait, where the hell is this damn thing? It's in like not draw shape. Is it freehand? It's been a while.
The little measure
map.
tool.
There you go. I think I got it.
Okay.
I called it.
Well, let's take a look here.
I'm assuming a 14 won't hit unless they're
I can hit the
surprised or whatever.
Yep. Actually, yeah, they are surprised. So I think you get advantage because it's they're considered you're considered hidden.
So I will try to roll again. 16, that's better.
All right. And
And
Otto? Which one are you hitting?
the back one.
All right.
And then
Graham.
it's 2 blasts, so I can do both, right? So if it's advantage.
Yeah. All right. Graham, you shoot out your guiding bolt, and the bolt strikes the orc on his shield, and he immediately turns towards your location. Otto, your 23 Eldritch Blast strikes the other orc on his shoulder. Roll damage on that one. Your other one does not hit.
I assume that was a miss, so none of the benefits of Guiding Bolt actually go off.
Yeah, that was a miss.
Nah.
The 17.
Could have used that
right?
21 from the miss roll.
Oh.
Actually, hang on. I'm like, because I get 2. Does each one get its own set of rolls, right? I'm like, so
You rolled.
because I know there's a lot. That's
Yeah.
why. So you already rolled. You rolled the 23 and the 16.
Okay. Okay.
And then the 11 and the 17.
Now make 100% sense now.
Yeah, so the 17 didn't hit.
Okay, so their AC is at least 18.
All right.
When Fern sees it, she'll step one step here and then shoot the bottom one.
This guy?
The one farther south.
Yep, go ahead. Give me those attack rolls, please. Okay. All right.
Damn, 222s.
And then like step right back.
Okay. Both arrows manage to strike the gray orc and sink deep into his flesh. He bends over for a moment and then regains his composure and just gives like a sharp command. And the other ones... Yeah.
Waiting on Fiffle now.
All right. Time to assassinate this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going. So I'm getting the drop. We're doing this before we roll initiative.
Yep.
I just automatically am going to get to do this, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let me just put this down. All right. I'll just kind of position myself for the shot.
And
line of sight-ish. I'll aim at this guy.
Okay.
And okay, so this is an advantage. And short bow.
All right. Fiffle, your arrow glides just over the shield and strikes the orc in the chest. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
Okay. Right, that's an auto crit. Okay. So that's 2 damages and 2 sneak attack damages.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay, so let's see.
Deja vu?
Are those max? No, not quite. 46 would be 24. That's a good hit though.
Okay. Fiffle, your arrow has managed to find like the little bit of the chainmail that is like just loose and sinks in very far into the orc's chest, and he spits up some blood.
Does he look down at the arrow in surprise?
He does.
That's the best part.
Anyway, go ahead and we are going to roll initiative.
This arrow was not in my chest moments ago.
I specifically requested the opposite of this.
This isn't in the contract.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez.
Here we go.
How much of a drop is this, by the way, from where we are?
It's 20 feet because you're able to see over the house to see them. And I'm not going to deal with Pythagorean's theorem, as I mentioned before. That's more of a joke than anything, but yes, it is a 20-foot fall. All right, Fern, you are up.
Okay. I'm just gonna step out again and shoot that same one to the south.
Okay.
What I did last time.
And put a little music. All
He doesn't
right.
like them.
All right, both arrows strike true. Let me just... The orc remains standing, but he's definitely looking hurt. He is looking like he is in a bit of a situation.
He's having a boo-boo. He's having a whoopsie.
Just step back.
I got a class 4. Uh-oh.
Okay.
All right. Did you wish for Aurora to anything?
No, she's too far for now. She'll just stay there.
Okay. Otto, you're up.
I'm just checking something here. So if I go down this at 20 of my movement,
Yeah, you'd basically be sliding down.
alright. I'm just want to get it myself.
I'm sorry, what was that?
No, I'm just like trying to visually see this thing.
Oh, yeah. It's a little weird because it's got Z-axis and the like.
So 30, that would be like right there, right?
I think so, yeah.
Mm. What's that?
And, you wouldn't... From where you're standing, you don't quite have line of sight on them. It's being blocked by the wall.
What if I move over here? Diagonal instead of straight down.
They're still being blocked by the wall. There's just like the
So-
little bit of the corner of the house that's preventing you from seeing them.
So let's put me right here, but I'll do the Eldritch Blast from up there first.
Okay. Yep, that would allow you to see them clearly because you'd be at an elevated position.
Yeah, I don't want to keep moving the token around. All right.
Okay.
The near one. I think
The one that Fiffle shot? Or the one to the south? Okay.
the one to
Okay. Both of those strike. Give me damage on those. Alright.
and then I'm assuming he's dead.
Yeah, both blasts rip through the orc, and you see him just kind of disintegrate. Well, not disintegrate, but his body gets ripped apart, spraying his torso across the ground.
I'm assuming we can't send the other one to the other guy, but
Well, you could say I don't actually know if you're. I guess you should be able to treat it like two separate attack rolls. So I guess you could be able to send the second one to the other orc. So you can give that roll damage on that 18. All right. The other actually, let me just double check something quickly.
not I understand. But
Nope, you're good. I thought that was the case. I wasn't 100% sure, but no, you're good. All right, yeah. The other orc remains standing. The first orc, however, is dead. All right.
And that'd be my turn.
Nice.
Fiffle, you're up.
You do agree?
Time for incredible violence.
It's Graham's favorite thing when it's necessary.
I don't think this would have the benefit of assassination because you'd already gone, but
So this actually, I don't think has any benefit now. I forgot to bonus action and hide again, so I don't get advantage from that. No, I didn't.
Oh, I'm so used to it. I guess I just hear it in my mind.
That's why it stood out that I didn't. I was like, oh shit, I didn't do that. And so I think I just shoot an arrow at this guy normally.
okay, go ahead.
The other thing is that if he's like busy and distracted, then you get sneak attack. But short bow. Oops.
The
Oh,
arrow.
I guess it's
Well,
14.
we're gonna go with the 20 because that was the first roll.
I'll take it.
That hits. Go ahead, roll damage. Right.
I will then kind of move beneath the tree branches and bonus action.
All right, Fiffle, the arrow you see strike the orc. He falls to a knee and tries to pry the arrow out of his neck before just collapsing forward.
I think he died.
Good.
I was not expecting a 28 Eldritch Blast.
Oh, they're dead anyway. Actually, they're
Yeah.
but
They
their
just have the
monstrosities are
creatures.
still lurking, so I'm gonna stay hidden.
Yeah, they went into that house over there, but he did command them with something.
Yeah, it was probably like, if you see Piffle Tulip, fucking kill that guy. But that's what he said.
Justin, there's a guy dead.
40, 45.
Fuck you. Strong letter to follow.
Only
55,
worded email.
60. You see the mutants kind of run out of the house, dashing, as they are running towards the graveyard, towards Graham.
Okay.
But Graham, it's now your turn.
All right. What does Graham want to do? Because apparently that accuracy spell isn't.
The accuracy spell is great if it hits.
Yeah.
This is a meme from Border State Sacred Flame.
Hey, Sacred Flame ain't nothing to sleep on. That's a good one.
Let's see. Do I have any spells that aren't first level that have that kind of range?
Turns out that Granson Park made his crossbow.
No, fuck it. I'm gonna do another guiding bolt on the first of the zombies, the front runner.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack that.
Alright. Survey says. Fucking.
Unfortunately, the guiding bolt just misses the creature, just barely passing by it.
Oh well. Is the cliff like the whole down surface around Graham to get down to the next level? Is it all roughly the same steepness?
Yeah, it is it's a bit steeper than like 45 degrees. It's kind of like standing around this. Graham, you'd be able to kind of slide yourself down it, the 20 feet.
Okay. I'm not going to do that yet. I want to stay up here and be ready to slide down at 20 feet.
Okay.
So ideally, they'll keep running to me, and you guys can flank them again, and then I can jump down there when they get too close. So that is my turn. I'm salty about my rolls, but at least the tactics are working out.
Yeah.
No, your tactics are really good.
All right.
All right, that is my turn. I'm
Okay.
gonna check with the cat.
Vern, you're up.
This is a pathway, by the way.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Yes, is this a pathway?
Yeah, that's like there's like a fence around the there's a fence around this yard that is basically like a little kind of roof covering it. The fence itself is not super tall. It's waist high. This just roof has like a little some
Alright.
taller of the pillars kind of for it to rest on.
So we can see them from my vantage point.
Let me find out. But yes, you can. Yep.
Fern will start heading this way.
Okay.
Assuming, because we know. Would she know that she knows that the zombie dudes are coming up there, right?
I would have
Yeah.
said something if I saw it.
Yeah, Grant would have probably yelled at us to flank them again, because that's what his plan was.
Yeah. and
God damn, I'm
Okay.
spitting.
you can speak and shout in the as a free action.
Yeah.
So as long as it's not a whole speech, but Graham could easily shout, "Zombies approaching me" or
I'm just
something
in the
like
way.
that.
Alright, Fern's gonna go under the tree and wait for them to pass by. And can I just ready to shoot them whenever they pass by?
Sure.
Hmm.
Okay.
Now, are you hiding, however?
Sure. I don't know.
Always behind.
You
I don't think you
wouldn't
can
be
free
able to
action
hide.
I don't think I can do that.
Not,
so
you could do it as an action, but not as a bonus action like Fiffle, so you're just going to have to wait for them. So if they approach you or cross the road, you'll fire at them.
Yeah. I'm not hiding. I'm just out of their I guess vision mostly.
Sure.
What is it? Overwatch?
Yeah, well, it's ready in action, but in essence, yeah. All right.
Okay.
Did you want for Aurora to do anything?
She will stay here.
Okay.
She can't really reach anyone at this point.
Otto, you're up.
I am going to. It's double to move up, right? On top of up here?
You would have to climb it, and you don't have a climbing speed, so yeah, it would be double.
Okay. We'll move up to here. I can see them?
Yep, you can see them.
No, blast is right here in the first one.
All right, give me the attack roll for your, I'm assuming, Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta... Okay, the first one strikes without any trouble whatsoever. Go ahead, roll damage on that 22. Alright.
I don't know why that's like that one.
It happens. But yeah, the second one, it misses no matter what.
Yeah.
Alright. Did you wish to do anything else with your turn?
No, I'll...
Hold the line there. Alright.
Yep.
Oh, do you have... You had the halberd out, right? Not your sword and shield?
I would have probably switched and shield just to...
Okay. Just want to see what you had. Alright. Fivel, you're up. Jeremy.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
We're trying to take out these critters right now.
Yeah, they are up to the northwest.
Where's their tokens?
Oh, they are
These over there?
Yep. They pack themselves together right there.
Burger sardines.
Case. I'm gonna start
Where's that-
relocating myself.
Where's that guy with Fireball?
Just a cat shows up, nukes them, and then walks back out, middle fingers up.
Maybe one day he'll rejoin us.
Somebody snipped this and put it in the Discord. And it's like, these were waiting for a fireball. Where are you?
Your fireball here.
Well, we could get it.
Already be a winner.
1 hour, 22 minutes.
Jeez, actually, Piffle's really slow due to his short legs. Dashing or running, I can go further, right? How does that work again?
Yeah, you could double your speed if you were to dash, and you could dash as a bonus action. You just wouldn't be able to hide.
Alright, I'm gonna dash. Yeah, I'm gonna start making my way around this building that way.
Okay. Just go move your character where you would like to be.
I'm gonna dash over there as a bonus action, and that's gonna be my turn, I guess, because...
Yeah, you can't see them from where you currently are.
Yeah, one more move, and I can get into this kind of alleyway and potentially plink at them, which is my goal, so...
But if you'd like, you could use your action to hold and fire on them if they appear in your line of sight.
Yeah, I mean, they don't seem like they're gonna do that, but just in case,
Okay.
we'll say that.
Mutant experiments. So, we're going to have it go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So Fern and Fiffle, you both see it, so you can go ahead and roll to attack against it.
Red Dragon Morrow.
No, it's still
Oh, I can like
two,
see
right?
it over this like fence or whatever.
The fence is only waist high.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's both extremes. Okay.
Fun.
So we're gonna go with first one strikes definitely, giving 7 points of piercing damage to this creature. Now just want to verify something. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. And Fiffle's arrow also strikes the creature, just piercing its hide. Go ahead and roll damage on that, Fiffle.
There's a
Wow, I
surprise
missed it
thing
by
about AC on that
one.
creature.
That just pisses you off more, doesn't it?
Fucking guiding bolt.
All right. Creature is then going to utilize the remainder of its turn to dash 5, 10, I think 15, 20, 25, 30. The other one's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And this one will dash as well. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And actually, both creatures on the south side, they are going to duck down, and they are going to use the fence as cover.
Okay.
So they are getting effective half cover from anything shooting at them from the south.
Gotcha.
So Fern would need to approach from a different angle. Graham has a good angle on them still, though, and Otto would be able to see them from where he is without them getting the benefit. But speaking of, Graham, it's your turn.
Okay. Let's. Are both of the ones down below injured, or is it only one of them?
You did see the one in front take damage. You're not sure about the other two.
Let me read. Alright, 60 feet. Well, as it happens, Graham is gonna move up and is going to toll the dead on the 2 southern zombos.
Alright.
So
I will have...
That one is not an attack roll, those are wisdom saves.
Okay. The first one, the one who got shot, is going to make his passing.
Fucking come on!
Oh, wow. Yeah, they're rolling pretty well.
Fuck everything. Alright, well, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Basically, Graham is going to slide down the embankment.
Okay.
And, done. Fucking Jesus.
Fern, you're up.
Okay.
I think I have a like a view on this guy. I don't see.
Yeah. You'd have the view against the first one, the one that's injured. But if you were moved up a little bit, you'd be able to see both without them getting the benefit of half cover.
If I move here, would that work?
You should be able to see them. Yeah, you can actually see both without the benefit of half cover for them, so they are not going to get that.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and hit the one in front.
Okay.
That's my 2 attacks.
Both strike, feeling a total of 19 damage. I'm sorry, 19 damage.
And then Aurora will charge at this one.
Just make sure my math is right.
Almost right.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay, Aurora charges. Okay, and has to make a strength save. Oh, what's the DC on that?
Well, she has to maul. She
11.
mauled first.
Okay, does hit. All right, so I'll have it take the strength save. Does
Takes
pass.
an extra 1d6 also.
Okay, go ahead and add in that 1d6. For a total of 9. Aurora is able to just grab onto the creature and just rip into the stomach, and the creature falls over dead.
Okay. Alright, well, 1 down, and I think that's it for me.
Otto, you're up. The first creature is dead on the ground. There are 2 remaining.
Move here, and I'll attack.
Alright, go ahead. First strike hits, and the second strike hits. Go ahead and roll damage on those. 13 slashing and 10 slashing for a total of
That one at the
23.
Yeah.
Oh,
How's it looking?
let me see here. Injured, but still standing.
Mm-hmm. I'll divine smite both of them, both hits with a level 1. So
Okay.
gotta look at my spell class. Where is it? Art style. It's gonna show up at some point.
Okay, 10 and 14 total. Okay.
If more show up, you know what happened.
The
That should be it.
Divine Smite strike the creature. You can see it has suffered a lot of damage. However, it is still standing.
Okay. That's it for me.
Fiffle, you're up.
If we can pull it off there.
A moment.
Okay. Where'd they go?
The creature's moved here and here.
Okay. I will.
Can I hop over or under this fence pretty easily?
Yeah, it's waist high. For you, it's probably like chest high, so you're able to like just kind of up and over it.
Okay.
It would take an extra 5 feet to climb it, but that's all.
So I'm gonna bonus action dash
Okay.
again. And take myself approximately there.
You might be able to see. You can't see that creature, but you could see the creature up on the hill.
Okay.
But if you moved like right here, you should be able to see. Yeah, if you move there, you'd be able to see it.
Someone's stepping on my flowers.
Is that legal? That's like an. I need
You'd have to back up one single square, but
I need an extra 5 feet. Yeah.
you would you'd still be able to see it from the square just south of it without trouble. You can see both of them. Yeah, Fiffle, running through, you actually do notice that you're trampling a small garden. However, the flowers are fake.
I do not concern
We're in
myself.
Duketown, D&D edition.
So I will now shoot at the creature,
Which one would you like to shoot at?
the one that's engaged with Grammit.
Or Otto? Yes. Okay. That does strike. Go ahead and roll damage.
And that will include a snack attack damage
Roger Dodger.
of that
Nice.
You like, you like that number, buddy.
Your arrow
take it.
slides through the two gaps in the fence and strike the creature, and it falls over dead in front of Otto.
Otto gives a round of applause.
You home improvemented him. You Wilsoned him.
This man, he is not a volleyball. The creature up on the roof here, 5, 10, 15, 20, and he's gonna slide right where you are, Otto. And I'm just gonna. All three are basically on top of each other at this point. And it is going to look at you and Aurora, and it just. And it begins to cough up, and it sprays
Yep, that's what I figured.
out. Give me a dex save, please.
Oh no.
Ooh.
All right. And actually, Is he within?
Oh, 35
Oh.
feet.
Just outside of it. All right.
Savage.
Okay, well, let's do this here. 3d10. That's terrible. Aurora is going to take 3 acid damage, and Otto will take the full brunt of 7 acid damage.
Electricity. That could have been a lot worse than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it did have that. All right. Well, either way, Graham, you're up.
Okay, maybe I can do something this fight. As a treat.
Angry and Evan jealous. It's like,
5, 10, 15.
take my
20.
guiding ball, you damn bitch.
Alright, I'm gonna move up there. That will put me within 45 feet of it.
Okay.
And has this one been injured at this point?
Nope. That one is
Okay.
fresh.
I can't do sapping sting. I can do chill touch, but that doesn't do much. I don't want to burn another spell slot on this shit.
Nah, I would say.
I guess I'll just do chill touch.
Okay.
Never mind. I won't hit anything this entire goddamn fight.
Oh, I've seen that happen in my game on Wednesday. Man, I can't hit nothing.
At least the tactics worked. That's what I'm holding myself to.
The tactics worked great. You've been able to handle this fight without any real trouble, but...
Jesus, though, those dice rolls.
Alright, did Graham wish to do anything else with his turn?
Get glasses, apparently?
Wear under his breath.
Graham
It's
is going to
Fern's turn.
find himself a new optometrist.
A new monocle.
Fern, you're up.
Psychiatry.
It's my turn.
It's your turn.
Okay, I will shoot that one dude that's left.
Alright, go ahead.
Okay.
Strike, for 19 total damage. And let me move these out of the way so I can actually see his dink.
Steam his hams.
It's a murder pit. It's like 7 Days to Die. We just have like all the zombies dead on top of each other.
Here you go. Alright. You're able to strike true to this creature, dealing a very decent amount of damage. Did you wish for Aurora to do anything?
Yeah, I guess you'll have to go around to the other side of him.
She'd be able to... Well, actually, I think she has a climbing speed, funny enough, so she'd be able to, like, maneuver around Otto without any real trouble.
3D maneuvering dog.
She launches
Okay.
herself from the side of the cliff and mauls him.
Yeah, it's definitely, like, one of those things where you see, like, the dog kind of, like, jump on the wall. Or actually, I see it more
It's
for,
like a Titanfall wall run.
I see cats do it, but not a dog. But, yeah.
I don't know.
Aurora-
Have you seen those like Belgian Malinois? They do some crazy stuff.
Oh, I'll have to look this up.
Alright. And she will. Oh. that's
Uh,
not even well.
Well, her high-flying maneuver unfortunately didn't translate to actual biting the creature. She manages to... She nips the creature, but the hide is so thick that she can't really, like, punch through.
She's too focused on being fancy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and Graham can go to the same optometrist.
Aurora is just thinking about, man, it's been really nice and quiet without Kaido around lately.
Alright. Otto, you're up.
Alright, I'll swing twice.
Swing away. Both hit. Go ahead and you can roll damage. Alright. 22 total.
Mm.
Did you wish to utilize...
I'm thinking here.
Really, you should be utilizing your Divine Smite on the... before you see what the actual damage roll is.
Yeah, no. I'm thinking. No, I'm not using the mind. I'm thinking. No. Movement. Is this? Could I stand here? Or is that?
You can stand there, but you can't maneuver around the creature without because it is against the cliff, and you'd be basically like moving through solid rock to do it.
And this is yeah. This is
That is fencing. You could actually move through the fencing.
So I could stand here.
Yeah, yep. You just be.
I will.
Yeah, there's like a little roof on over your head.
Okay. That's it.
All right. Fiffle, you're up. You have seen this creature get attacked by Otto, Aurora, and Fern.
There's just this one left up there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sing him home.
I'll send him to meet his shaper.
I think he's met him.
I don't think he enjoyed the
send him to meet him
interaction.
again. Send him to meet some other guy. He's not.
Oh, not that.
Where is he?
Banish him to Carl.
Yeah, you can still see him from there. Yep, that's him right there.
I do like the way they added the how many squares you like transcended.
The new measuring system is actually really, really nice. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
I'll get another.
A snack attack.
Here you go.
And with that, your arrow strikes in and fells this creature.
A mercy.
And
I forgot that I had to say the Divine Smite ahead of time. I was actually just trying to think about if he doesn't do the breath attack and just attacks Aurora, I could Sentinel.
it happens. It's not a big deal. It's not any real concern.
Yeah.
But you've managed to fell these creatures plus the orc handlers for them.
Let's check the handlers.
Yeah, Graham is going to check their bodies for stuff.
I shall assist you in going through their bodies.
All right. Which bodies are you checking? The mutants?
The orcs first.
The orcs. Okay.
Please.
Give me an investigation roll, please.
I will assist you.
Thank you. Maybe I can roll one of these. Can I get one of those 23s? No? Okay.
So from the body, you were able to find a journal, leather-bound journal. Has a stiff back. You can see that there's a kind of like a little area for ink and a quill for writing. The orc, besides that, has chainmail and a shield. He's holding a long sword and 4 javelins. The other orc also has similar gear, with the exception of having a small little timepiece. You can see that it is more complex than one you're typically used to seeing, as it has a measure of like a timing function to it, so you could actually like see how long an event takes.
Interesting.
Keep that. It's high tech.
They got them stopwatches.
It's certainly vastly more high tech than any of the watches you've seen. You've actually seen some pretty and fancy clockwork technology.
Yeah, let's take that stuff. Plus, we can sell it because we need to like start rebuilding our like cash funds.
You're not wrong.
The journal is written in a script you are unable to read.
Probably orcish.
No surprise there.
Did you? I don't have the website link. You're gonna put the longsword, chainmail, and the fancy piece?
I can, yeah.
I just sell that later.
However, looking over the journal, you can see that there are quite a few entries written into it. It is separated into tables. You can see the marks, and they cover different columns and rows, and they go over the course of about 30 pages.
This is some shockingly diligent science for orcs.
Yep.
Okay. Do I want to search the houses now?
One sec. Ian, 2 orcs, so 2 longswords, 2 chainmail, 2 shields, 2 stopwatches.
1 stopwatch, but the rest
Javelins.
is everything, and 8 javelins.
8? Okay, wow.
Each of
Eight
them
what
had javelins. Each of them held 4 javelins each.
Gotcha. Do either of them have the masks or rebreathers?
They do not know.
Crap.
You,
On the other hand, that means we're out of the risk zone, hopefully.
you give a pretty thorough look through of their gear, and did not see anything really else besides that.
Okay, and then let's go through the house.
Okay.
Let's do the first one. They did this one.
Okay.
Anybody want to help me investigate?
Yeah.
I'll do the.
Keep your eyes open for more of the experiments.
Yep.
All right. Otto, looking through the house, you can see that it has been searched by the creatures, the mutants The doors have been melted down. They've searched through flipping beds, toppling over cabinets, looking throughout the house, giving a very thorough, especially in the quick amount of time it took for them to do it. They gave a very good once over. The house itself, more or less empty. It looks like your standard house if you were to just give it a quick once over. Your more thorough investigation shows that it has never really been lived in. There's no wear. In the fireplace is there's no ash. Just logs have been placed in there, and the logs are fake. All the food is fake. Really, it looks pretty much like the other house.
Which we already looked through, or no, we didn't really look through
You
it.
didn't really look through it.
Yeah, we didn't get a chance. We should investigate that house as well.
Yeah, we should also. Yeah, let's go over there then.
Take it slow and steady and one at a time.
Yep.
Guessing there's nothing in any of these houses.
No,
for
but
training, but yeah, we can look through.
Okay.
but they were they did go into that other house. So I don't know if why they would go in there.
I think it was doing a test run to see how good they are at murdering their way through forced entry.
Yeah, that first one was. The second one was after they were.
How long it took them to get in.
This one looked like maybe it was how fast it took them to find any survivors, maybe for more experiments.
All right.
We'll investigate the other one. No, wait, what? Wait, I accidentally clicked that, by the way. That wasn't an actual intended click.
Well, you can also have just Fiffle, like, halfling wink to you.
No,
Yeah,
okay.
you roll your thing, man.
I was gonna get assistance on the other one, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I'll help you wherever I can.
Okay. Looking through, it's also very similar. The house has not been lived in. The creature had been searching around, you can tell. Some of the interior doors have been melted down. This doesn't take you more than a few minutes to go through it. When you hear a sound kind of coming from above, and you can actually understand it as it's in common. And it says, in a kind of booming voice, "Test complete. Clear field. Prepare for test releasing Mark II in 1 hour's time."
We should leave.
Fair enough. We should leave. I agree.
And you begin to doesn't take a perception check to hear this, as it's pretty loud. You can hear probably a good 12 orcs approaching.
It's scoot.
And from where you're standing, you can see them approach the orc corpses. The orc corpses get dragged away by two of them, and another orc just kind of takes out another leather-bound journal and just marks down in it, closes it, and then the orcs march away.
We should have made it look more like the things killed them. That's probably what they're assuming, but
yeah,
they're also full of arrows and stuff that those things don't have to use.
Well,
I don't know. As nonchalantly as they just looked at that and left away, this seems like a common occurrence.
Yeah, I just hope they don't investigate any deeper.
Roll for orcish forensics.
Yeah. They seem to be uncommonly smart, or at least well-trained orcs. So
they do have a military.
I would say maybe we could try to follow them out.
Yeah, at a safe distance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't gotta get right up on them.
All right. Give me a stealth roll if you would like to follow behind at a safe distance without being spotted or heard. This is a group stealth roll. All right, and Fiffle?
Please carry us. The worst part is you rolled bad enough to be bad, but not bad enough to get the halfling wink.
Yeah, the halfling's natural one is a nat 2.
Fiffle, need a stealth roll from you, please.
You there, Jeremy?
I can roll for him. Let me get his feet.
Okay.
Once
Nice.
All right. With Fern guiding Graham and Fiffle guiding Otto, you're able to stay behind the orcs, making sure you move slowly, deliberately. As the orcs approach the end of the village, once again, they lead the creatures through this kind of like black curtain. And then you just begin to hear kind of metal, kind of like gear sound as a just funk. And you just hear this heavy metal door like lock into place. Once again, you
Did
hear
they
the
just lock us into the artificial village?
once again you
Yeah.
hear the booming voice. Field test subjects will remain in the test zone.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, we can't leave.
Yeah.
Not
The
this
field
way,
test
at least.
subjects now.
Yeah, we're the test subjects now.
All right, it's portal time.
But
Speaking of, does anybody know how to make a portal of some kind?
I can make a circle in
Sadly.
the floor with rocks.
you sadly don't have a hither-dither staff.
Maybe next time.
Just take the
The other staff. I kind of want that. Sounds
on
awesome.
the cemetery, the graveyard, and just make a
There we are.
circle.
You saw them exit here.
Where?
Far to the east. All the way to the
Okay,
east.
yeah,
Right
I
there.
had
Yep.
a lot.
Right there.
I guess we can keep moving that away, staying out of sight, if possible. See if we can find another exfil.
Okay. Where would you like to look? You have the whole village to look through.
And keep moving east around this side of the houses.
All right. Looking up that way, you see what appears to be a fake barn. Or
Yep, I'll put myself right here. I'll look around.
technically, it's a real fake barn.
Oh man, haven't seen any one of these since my village burned down, guys.
The barn would be functional. Be able to hold horses if any of the hay were real.
We used to put the drunks in there, like Kaido.
We could probably go up into a hayloft. If nothing else, it would let us get another ambush. But on the other hand, it would also have us treed for whatever they release in here. I guess we have a little bit of time before they release the guys, so we spend that like looking for exits.
Down
Yeah.
to the south, you did see this house here. You see it's a nice little house with a garden out front. There
Check them out real
is
quick, I guess.
within the plants are fake, although you do notice that there is a barrel of water. The water is real.
Where's the wild hunt when you need them? They can just knock down the door.
Go up in the middle of the fight and just player 3 is end of the game it.
It's like, it's the wild hunt. It's like, can you get rid of them first before you do the hunt? Because it's kind of obnoxious.
And I will reveal everything else you can really see around the village.
Should we check out the houses we haven't been in to see if any of them have perhaps other ways in or out?
That seems to be one of the only options. Keep looking around the village for exits.
What about to the south?
Yeah, we can take a look.
Okay. Looking to the south, you see that the cobblestone road kind of goes to looks like an open path. Although, give me a perception check, please.
All right.
I can assist.
Lena, it's a nice open path. Fern is able to see that they could continue walking on that for a little while longer. Graham sees, however, that it is actually painted on in almost a Looney Tunes fashion.
Graham will stop anybody from walking into it.
I like how my perception came like super late. So I was like, I'll just help.
It's a very well done wall painting.
Yeah, Fern just keeps walking, and Graham like grabs her and is like, "No, that's a wall."
Although,
Graham will check and see if the painting is hiding an exit that just isn't one you can walk through, just in case.
Okay, give me an investigation roll.
I will assist.
I will roll 25.
Yeah,
Make one of these ones.
Graham pressing against its solid wall, solid stone wall. But you're able to feel a weird breeze that seems odd. You haven't felt any like wind in this area.
Graham will try to push his hand through like it's an illusion.
The wall is stone. It is solid. You're not able to push through it, but you can feel this like air blowing onto you. You can hear a kind of buzz.
Believe in the wall.
They have ventilation.
While he's doing that, I guess I was trying to see where the air is coming from. I'm assuming he tells us this.
Yeah.
See if I can feel where the like breeze is coming through on the wall.
Give me an investigation, Otto. The breeze is coming from the west. From the center of the village, it would be southwest of you.
All right, let's go southwest.
Looking through, you find what actually is a small little lake. There is a boat that is standing in the water. Looking in the lake, however, you can see that the ground is tiled like a pool. The water is real, fresh, standing, clear, cold, and you can make out a small little kind of... It's like a little break in the wall, painted blue, like the actual sky itself, or the rest of the cave to simulate the sky. But there does appear to be some sort of like etchings or holes or lines or something that you're not able to really make out from the distance unless you were to cross the lake itself. The lake is only about 50, 60 feet across and is only really meant to simulate an actual lake.
Okay. Graham will start trying to make his way around that, sticking to the shallows of the edge as much as possible.
This boat is actually fake, right?
Well, it's made of wood. You can utilize it as a boat. It's floating.
It's a boat. Maybe not a very well thought out boat, but definitely a boat. Seems like.
Graham will continue to investigate.
It would do great on like an actual river or a lake or even the shoreline of an ocean. Here it's wasted on basically a giant swimming pool. Graham, looking up, you can see that there is it's up a little bit of the ways, about 20 feet, but there is a grate, like a little metal grate that has been painted blue. You think that if you were to get your hands on it, you could probably pop it off. It doesn't look like it's held on there too well. As for the actual ventilation behind it, you're not sure how open that is.
I'll help Graham be able to reach the grate if I can.
Yeah.
Okay. Graham, Auto, give an athletics check as you boost up Graham, as this is 20 feet high. All right.
Just pick up Graham and just yeet him up into the air.
Just holding him up like a cheerleader triangle.
I was kind of thinking that, yeah. You just lift Graham up. Otto's about 6 feet, plus an additional 3 feet from your arm. Well, I guess it wouldn't. Would it be? No, it wouldn't be like 3 feet. But you get it like a foot or so extra. Graham,
I feel like 8 feet.
Graham is like 6 feet tall, I think.
Yeah.
You are just a couple feet shy.
I use mage
Climb
hand.
up there.
Or that.
Climb.
Yeah.
Climb.
Graham, give me an athletics as Fern attempts to form this human ladder. She's light, she's small. Fern climbing up Otto, climbing up Graham. You are able to find yourself at this grate. The spaces in between are just wide enough to get your fingers through. Looks like it's kind of bolted into place, but you think maybe if you were to give it a good yank, you could probably pull it off. Mage hand, you don't think would work just because it would need more than 3 pounds or 3 to 5 pounds worth of like actual force to pull it.
Okay.
Okay, I can try to pull it off.
Okay, give me an athletics roll, please. Fern is utilizing her strong bunny muscles, able to just rip the grate off. Looking inside, it's relatively spacious. A small creature like her or Fiffle would have no trouble whatsoever fitting through. Medium-sized creature would have... It'd be, in essence, now you know how a TV dinner feels.
Dead Space vent chute climbing. All right, let's get you some ropes that you can bring in there and secure to something we can climb up.
Okay. I will do that with a rope then.
All right. Inside the vent, there really isn't anything that you can see to tie the rope onto. It is metal. It is smooth, and it doesn't look like there's any hook holds or anything that it could grab onto. Maybe if you were to like wedge yourself in, somebody else could then climb up it as you held on.
Okay, we can try that then.
Okay. This will be another athletics roll as you attempt to hold it.
Is she up there? Can I actually give her like a guidance?
Do you need touch for guidance? What's the range on that?
I have no clue. I would assume yes, but I don't. Usually we don't do anything weird like this.
Yeah, it's a touch spell, so you would not be able to give her guidance, unfortunately.
Unless I slapped her when she like walked by, like climbed by.
Well, unfortunately, it'd be just a bit longer than a minute, but Fern would be able to climb into this enough and could try and wedge herself in, which is, I believe, is what her attempts were. All right. Well, you're not falling, but you're not really going anywhere. As I assume Graham is attempting to like climb in.
Yep. Athletics.
Yep. Give me an athletics, please.
Fucking.
And unfortunately, no. You're not falling, but you're also just stuck where you are.
Damn it.
Can I help him like maybe like get momentum, and I also will guidance him if I can.
Okay, give him a boost, and Graham, you can do another athletics check with guidance, so the 1d4.
All right.
Okay, and add in that d4.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Graham. With the boost from Otto and a little bit of guidance, you're able to clamber into this ventilation system. You are wedged in. You can see Fern not having too much trouble. She couldn't stand up to her full height, but she's at least able to kind of like hands and knees crawl through as you are basically stuck on your stomach and you're going to have to like kind of wedge through.
Yep.
But you are inside. There is a rope dangling below.
Graham will use his weight to help keep it secured, like hold it, wrap it around his hands like his gauntlets, and then put his weight on top of it so Otto can climb up without the risk of it falling.
All right.
Yeah.
We also got Fiffle.
Aurora as well.
And Aurora.
Yeah, should probably have the people who are more limber able to scout ahead of the slow blocky people because we won't be able to turn around.
We have to like lift Aurora up there somehow.
Here, I will tie Aurora up, and you can pull her up.
Doesn't she
Just
have a
winch
climbing
the dog.
speed?
She does. I
Just a
think.
rope though. Like, do you just expect her to like just get up on like both legs and just like, yep?
I think she has a climbing speed.
She
40
does have a
feet.
climbing speed.
She does.
Aurora would be able to simply climb up the wall. as some sort of spider wolf.
Interesting.
Fiffle's next, I guess. I can go last.
He's doing it with a rope.
Does a wolf have a climbing speed? This is what I'm cool. It does, but why?
Fern has a climbing speed as well.
Yeah, I think that's a ranger thing.
It
Fiffle,
is.
you're small. You're able to just simply utilize acrobatics if you wish to climb the rope, or athletics if you truly want to.
D4. I'll give him D4 in case he needs it. No, he doesn't.
Fiffle doesn't need it. Fiffle just climbs the rope. It's like it looks
like any ropes he's climbed before.
Honestly, it looks like the old Batman series with them climbing up the buildings.
Yeah.
And Fiffle just... It's almost like Fiffle is actually standing on the ground and just pretending to climb up a rope. He goes up it so easily.
Rotating the camera 90
Yeah,
degrees.
he just backflipped into the van. He's like, "Hey guys."
Remaining then is Otto.
And I'll D4 myself for this. God knows I'm gonna need it. Yep.
Otto, you are having a little bit of trouble getting inside. Your armor is heavy. The vent is kind of narrow. Very difficult to shove yourself in. You hear the voice over the speaker in common again. Next test will commence in the next 5 minutes.
Can we give him advantage all helping get him up there now that we're all up?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me another athletics roll, please, Otto.
Nice.
All right, well, we're just going to go with that 19. But, yeah, Otto, you're able to squeeze in to this vent, and the entirety of your team is now shoved into this little ventilation system.
I'm having the journey problem. I don't know why that clicked again.
It happens.
All right, let's start
crawl
shimmying through the ventilation and then find out that they're
take
going to
the
pump
rope off
psychic gas into it
Do you just want to put the vent back on?
if we can.
Yeah.
All right, it would have to be Otto.
Okay,
So,
Jimmy.
Otto, give me a sleight of hand to kind of stuff it back into place, as you would have to line this up with the actual bolt holes. Doesn't matter because Otto is able to very easily kind of just put it back into place, shove it in, and just have the vent kind of like just the friction of it hold it the actual cover.
I'm just
Like,
looking
had to
at
replace the
Graham like
magical
completely
HVAC filters
shocked that
in
I
his
did that so
tavern.
quickly and fast. It's like, hey, I used to own an inn, remember? And then let's go.
This is a lot more complex than anything you've ever seen or owned. This is not like a window for a bar. This is like
This is a
metal
breathing
used.
apparatus so the alcoholics don't die and they come back the next day so they can bring me some money.
Metal like this used to make a vent is absurd to you, as it would be rather expensive to create something like this.
Nonetheless, the Paladin is HVAC certified.
Yep.
But
This is like some almost like a real world modern look.
Yeah.
Paper's got high tech stuff.
Do it yourself.
His metallurgy situation is.
This is a DIY party.
He's got an evil machinist running the dark lathe.
actually, I guess he probably would need an evil 8-track person, wouldn't he?
All right.
But
Or you need to hire a lot of contractors, like
Let's
the
blow
Empire.
this popsicle stand, guys.
Go through the vents.
well, we will end this here, and we're going to pick this up next week as you are beginning to make your way through the ventilation system.
Da, da, da.